I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Factorio, episode something. I've lost track at this point. I think it's episode 4. I've lost track because, this is still the second recording that I did, and it's the last 15-minute chunk of said recording, and then, the third hour of recording that I did is going to be split into 4 videos, so I still actually haven't recorded any further since I recorded these. But either way, we're getting some steel production set up here because I need a little bit of steel for making steel furnaces. Steel is pretty easy to make. You put, I believe it's 5 iron plates back into a furnace along with some fuel, and it turns it into 1 steel plate. So I do that. I have it all going over into a chest because you do need stone bricks, and you do need steel plates to make steel furnaces, and steel furnaces, I think I mentioned, are twice as fast as the regular furnaces, so it's really just a good idea, once you can make them, to start making them, especially if you're going to be making, this much iron production anyways. Another thing I might want to look into is, taking apart my miners over in the iron field and putting them back together in a slightly more efficient pattern so that I can get more iron out of it. It's probably fine right now, but we'll have to expand soon. I also have to... it doesn't happen for quite a while. I'm pretty sure it happens in the third recording chunk somewhere, but I start preparing to do blue pack production so that we can get even more science done. Up until that is ready to go though, which is a long ways away. Mostly just going to be working on improving efficiency here. Might be good for me to research the... what is it? Automation, I think? It's either automation or the other one, I think it's called logistics, that gives you faster belts. And I could use some faster belts, although I think red belts might require lubricant. I might be thinking of blue belts, actually. I'm pretty sure blue belts require lubricant, and red belts are just more gears or something. The benefit of the increased belts is 2 yellow belts, which is this base speed that I have right now, can combine to form, okay, so first of all I should talk about compression. Compression is how many items you have on a belt at once. So if a belt is fully compressed, that means that they're pushed together as close as they can, and you have the maximum amount of items possible for that belt on that belt at any given time. So that's fully compressed. If you take 2 fully compressed yellow belts, they can combine, 1 per side, to make a fully compressed red belt. If you take 2 fully compressed red belts and feed them in on each side of the next tier up, blue belts. If you take 2 fully compressed red belts and feed 1 into each side of the blue belt, you get a fully compressed blue belt. So if you can get to the point where you can be fully compressing blue belts, that's pretty much as good as you can get in single tile increments. There isn't really a better throughput option. Maybe, it starts getting into a weird spot at that point, whether or not you want to use trains or how many logistics bots you want to use, that sort of thing. But in terms of belts, the best option is blue belts as long as you can fully compress them. If you can't be fully compressing them, then there's no reason to really be using blue belts in the first place. Splitters are also part of this, you don't have to combine the 2 belts onto each side of the next tier up. You could just use a splitter and have, 2 inputs to 1 output and have it go out onto the next tier up. The important thing to remember with splitters is they split at the level that they are. So if you have a red belt being split by a yellow splitter, then it'll only put them out at yellow speed. So, you can't have red belts on either side of a yellow splitter and then expect it to be efficient, because it just won't process the items fast enough. The same happens with underground belts. You have to have the underground belt corresponding to what you want to do, otherwise it will slow down. and just in general, why bother using blue belts if you are going to use blue splitters and blue underground belts, basically. I think in this version they actually made it so that the upgraded underground belts go further. Like, before, they'd go the same distance, I think, and now they go further. They might have always gone further, and I was using like a mod or something that made them go really far, but, you know, either way. They have their benefits. Also, a yellow underground belt can't connect up to a blue underground belt, so you can have them going in the same direction and just keep alternating which ones are above ground and which ones are going below ground. And you can just sort of keep doing that because they don't connect up, so there's no possible conflictions there. Normally you wouldn't want to do that anyways. I mean, you could if you needed to get two things in the same tile down to a place. Like, if you only had one tile wide of space, you could just alternate the underground belts like that. I don't really know why you would want to do that otherwise if you had more space. Something got destroyed there, but I don't remember what. There was like the little destroyed... Oh, right, the electric miner right there is what got destroyed. Which is why there's like wreckage underneath it, and why I built a new one and placed it down. I do have a minor stone smelting operation here. I don't remember if I fixed it by the end of the third hour chunk, so it probably won't be fixed just yet to the point where I have a bunch of stone being put out. I don't really need a whole lot of stone right now. Well, that's actually not true. I do need a lot of stone to make walls, but it's not a high priority compared to copper and iron, just because I don't need stone as much. At some point, I don't think it's down yet, but at some point I actually make an assembling machine that creates turrets for me automatically, just because I really need turrets to defend places. I'm trying to like build up a perimeter so that biters can't just attack me and I have to have turrets everywhere. Instead, I'm trying to make it so that I just have like a line where they can't get past because there's turrets there. Then I'll start auto-feeding ammo in and all that fun stuff. But that's not going to be for like more than 4 videos because it's going to start being 30-minute chunks, I think. 15-minute chunks, sped up to 2 times. So, hope you guys all enjoyed this video as usual. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.